loves my baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Yeah,
Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. As always, I'm Eli, and today Cam is joining
It's
me.
Cam. It's Cam.
How we
It's
doing, Cam?
Sweaty and stinky.
Yeah, Cam just got done with practice. He is fresh off the hardwood. Cam, do you feel like an athlete today?
My knees hurt, and I'm scared to take my socks off.
Yeah, and
Yep.
you have low self-esteem. You know that's common amongst all athletes, I think.
Yep. Yep. Not a fan of myself. Not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan at the moment. I mean, like that's what coaches are for. They tear you down. It's like when you're working out and your muscles they just deteriorate, and then when you're sleeping and you're not conscious, you can build yourself back up. So
They'll come back eventually. It's just it's gonna take a while.
and that's your daily dose of science right there. You're
Yep.
welcome.
That's free too.
Yeah, that's free too.
No.
I mean, you don't go to no college. Just watch this. Speaking of athletes, though, the NFL draft is happening as we speak right now.
Yep. Let me take it. The Packers are in 2 picks. Okay. That's all I care about.
Cam is closely following the picks of the Green Bay Packers. Cam, I just want to offer my sincere condolences to you. I heard the news about Aaron Rodgers, but I do have a question for you. Is Jordan Love the future?
See, I'm glad you brought this up, and I'm glad I have this wonderful platform where all 8 listeners can hear my thoughts and opinions.
Absolutely.
So it's sad. Rodgers, 15 great years with the Packers, one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Won us a Super Bowl. That Super Bowl is the reason I am a Packers fan, because I don't know if I've told this before. First NFL game I remember watching was the 2011 Super Bowl against the Steelers. I was like, "Dad, who are you rooting for?" He's like, "Oh, I like the green team." And my favorite color was green, and then they won. I was like, "Let's go." So I was a Green Bay boy.
Yeah.
And last year was rough, though. I mean, that last game, Kirby Joseph was his best receiver, and he's a safety for the Lions. So that didn't help. It's sad to watch him leave, but the last couple of years he was just being an asshole to the organization. So I think it's for the best. And yes, to answer your question, I don't know if you know this, but I was in Athens, Ohio a couple weeks ago, and
yeah, I think I saw that on social medias.
I was doing scientific research, and I was taking a survey of the people, and I kid you not, I asked 36 people. Let me do the math. Hold on. What's 36 about? 18.
Yeah.
20 out of the 36 said that Jordan Love's the future.
So over 50%.
Yes.
That's a pretty good margin. You know, I think given the iconic status that Aaron Rodgers has in Green Bay, I think 54. I think like around 50% is a generous estimate.
Yes.
But you know, Aaron,
I would also like to add the worst part. I pray that the Packers take a receiver in the first round just out of spite. That would be funny because they never did it for Rodgers. Jordan Love doesn't need weapons; he can do it with whatever. But it'd be nice.
Right.
And my dad is a Jets fan. Well, fan. He has no idea who's on the team. Never watches a single game. The only reason he's a Jets fan is because when he was a kid, he wrote letters to all the fan clubs of every NFL team, and the Jets were the team that sent him the most back. So he's been a Jets fan ever since.
Right.
And now he's got my freaking quarterback. So
yeah, I did see a video of a New York Jets fan walking into a Green Bay Packers bar after the news broke, and it didn't look good. I mean, he was being loud and kind of obnoxious, kind of rubbing it in a little bit. And let's just say for all the kids out there, he got what's coming to him. So
amen to that. I mean,
you know, like,
if you're gonna play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. And he was playing a very stupid game.
Yeah, kids, if you're looking for a fight, you're probably gonna find one.
Yep.
So always turn the other cheek. Amen.
Amen to that.
Thank you. Yeah, but you know, this whole draft thing that's going on today. I saw a video from a couple years back. Lamar Jackson was being drafted. The last quarterback in the green room, and he was, he didn't look happy. I don't think any quarterback looks happy when they're the last one in the green room, but it's kind of nice to see how he's blossomed in his career so far.
Today, he becomes the highest paid player in history.
Yeah.
260 million? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but that sounds like a lot.
I think 260 million for 5 years, 185 guaranteed.
Okay.
And we were talking about this at lunch. Or at dinner. Do you know how much money $180 million is?
Well, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a couple.
It's a couple.
You could classify that as a few dollars.
Right.
Personally, how long do you think it would take you to spend $185 million?
Well, here's the thing. I think I'm just going to preface my answer by saying I don't know how celebrities spend their money.
Okay.
I mean, I know there's extravagant stuff. That's the obvious things that people think about, but there's also expenses for agents and stuff, and then there's publicists, and then there's stylists that they have to pay for and everything. Now, me and you, we're common folk. We don't have these sorts of luxuries. We don't have to worry about paying for those.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even in our minds. But 185 million, is that in a year, or I guess
let me rephrase it. Say you take 100 million and put it in retirement,
right,
which is just, that's so much money.
Yeah.
How fast are you blowing $85 million? How fast do you think you could run through it?
I mean, if I change nothing about my daily living, if first off, I would buy a house, buy a car, and then donate what's 10% of 85 million? That's 800. No, it's 8.5 million. Quick math. Giving that to the church, because that's tithes and everything.
Good Christian boy.
You do your taxes, you do your tithes, and then you start your week.
Yes.
But yeah, got to give it up to the church, and then I'm left with what I'll say roughly that's 60 million.
What kind of house? Jesus, how big's your house?
Well, no, with taxes and everything. Actually, it's probably going to be more with taxes taken out.
Forget taxes right now.
Okay, okay. I'll buy a house.
Listen. The secret, if you want to be a true American, you don't do your taxes.
Right. That's the Donald Trump in us.
The thing about taxes is if you don't do them, oops,
Yeah.
You just file an extension. If you just keep filing an extension, you never have to do your taxes.
Yeah.
That's what that's what I've learned in the School of Business here at Ohio Christian.
Right. That's top-notch education right there.
I've had 5 professors, they've all been arrested. But
me and my dad, we were doing my taxes on TurboTax the other day, and I was putting everything in, and it up at the top it gives you your estimated refund, and then at the end it gives you what your actual refund is going to be. And then they said, okay, you got $600 in a refund this year. And I was like, let's go. That's good. And then my dad was like, oh wait, your employer marked you down for the wrong school district, so you have to you owe the state $300. And I was like, that's not my fault. Why do I have to? Why should I be penalized for that? It's my employer. Have them pay it. And I was just baffled. I was like, that's in Monopoly when you pick up a chance card and it's bank error, $20 in your favor. And I'm like, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Sorry for you, but I'm collecting my $25. But let's see.
Welcome to I'm No Genius grows up. I'm No Genius discovers taxes.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's hopefully we don't let's stop talking about taxes so we don't incriminate ourselves for the rest of the show.
Just ahead, hey, IRS, if you're listening, don't plan on doing them.
Yeah. But okay, so I'm at, let's see, I give 8.5 mil to the church. Praise God.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep a track on my handy dandy calculator on my camera phone.
Okay. 8.5 to the church.
85 mil, 8.5 to the church. Minus.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I can't do mental math.
I was gonna say, pencil and paper. Come on.
I feel like my dad calling Home Depot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need about 8 6. Wait, shoot. 8/15 lug nut.
Yeah.
You don't have that. All right. Well, I'll call up Ace.
Yeah.
Scribbling stuff you can't even read it.
I'm just like, I'll buy conservative estimate. I will buy a house. I'm just going to round to the nearest million because it's going to take forever if I do hundreds of thousands. I'll do $1 million house. So I was at, what was I at before? I was at 76.5.
Okay, $1 million house, but how much land? Come on.
Enough land. What do you mean? Enough land
Yeah.
to do what I got to do.
I'm gonna buy $1 million house and then $2 million worth of land, just in my backyard.
Okay, fine. Minus 2 million worth of land. So we're at 73.5. We're barely making a dent right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go ahead and budget for food.
You gotta buy a car.
I don't have to buy jack. All right.
You said you were gonna buy a car though.
I am gonna buy a car.
Okay.
Let's just throw another million on a car.
Jeez.
Well, I'm not gonna do thousands. It's gonna take forever.
Okay,
So,
yeah, fine. $1 million car.
$1 million car.
Chevy Cruise.
Yeah. It's a Chevy Malibu. Thank you very much. Minus another million for a car. I'm just gonna budget for food for the rest of my life. Just throw down a solid $1.5 million on food for the rest of my life.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
eating out every night. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to work this calculator. I'm using the graphing calculator that my math class recommended that I get, and it's not doing too hot.
Okay.
All right. So after taking care of a house, car,
Okay.
and church tithes and whatnot, and food for the rest of my life.
Let's do all insurance. So 5 million in insurance. You got top notch stuff. I don't know if that.
Well, in honor of talking about Aaron Rodgers, first thing on our podcast, let's go with State Farm.
Okay.
Let's do the lifetime insurance, $5 million.
You mind if we take a quick timeout?
What you need?
Breaking news: Packers just drafted. They just drafted a defensive end from Iowa. Okay, Lucas Van Ness. I know nothing about the kid, but I do know Jackson Smith and Jigba was still on the board, and so was Dalton Kincaid and that Meyer kid. I don't know if you know this. The Packers have Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs, who are second-year receivers. They're good, but a third one would have been nice if you couldn't tell what the Bengals were doing. 3 really good receivers get you really far. Second off, Robert Tonyan got traded to the Bears, which is the Packers' rival. He was our tight end. The Mayer kid and Dalton Kincaid are freaking good. And we got a D end?
I mean, Cam, I think you're a very offensive-minded GM. You got to look at the defensive side as well. How's the
Points win. Our defense is fine.
Well, fine doesn't win championships.
Jesus Christ. Neither's Lucas Van Ness.
Well,
Pick a name. He's got 3 of them.
Lucas Van S.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm going on.
Get your insurance.
Yeah, I got my insurance. That takes another $5 million off. I don't know what kind of insurance plan we have. I saw a video with Mark Cuban talking about how way back when American Airlines, they sold lifetime passes.
What?
Yeah, so like you buy it's like a one-time payment and you get to fly anywhere you want for the rest of your life. I don't think they do it anymore because that was kind of a scam, but in this hypothetical world where I have all this money, I would love a lifetime pass.
Yeah. How much was it?
It was so this was back in like the 90s, I think. So I think it was only like $175K, which is pretty good.
Lifetime?
Lifetime.
All right, inflation. Throw $1 million down.
We'll throw another $1 million down right off the bat.
We're gonna create this.
So with all that, I'm living in my dream house. I can eat whatever I want. I can go wherever I want. I have $65 million left. Now, Cam, let's just throw down another $1 million for clothes and furniture, and I don't know what else I could pay for.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're at 64 million.
Okay, let's throw how much? I don't know. Screw taxes. Yeah, you have, like I said, yeah. How much money is that you have left?
64 million.
And you have 100 million in retirement.
100 million in retirement. Yeah. Now, obviously, the IRS is gonna, rain on this parade.
I'll
But
handle that. I'll handle
yeah,
that.
Cam's my business associate, so he
Yeah.
handles all my W-2s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just throw me 5% a year. About 4 million.
No, Cam, let's just do a flat rate, okay? Like, because
Okay.
no percentages. All right,
Okay.
I'm already doing all this addition and subtraction, so let's keep it
Okay.
going. What do you want? Name a dollar amount.
Oh my God, it's your money. You go first.
Oh my, I was thinking like, since you're literally only doing my taxes
Uh-huh.
one day a year,
And by doing them, not.
by not doing them, by putting them in a lockbox,
Yeah.
I would say, how about being generous? I'll give you $2 million a year.
How about this? What if I'm your agent too?
What kind of deals would I need? I'm sitting on $64 million.
I mean, like, still money don't make money. You need to lose some money to make some money. So let me be your investment guy. I'll play the stock market. I'll invest in some real estate.
I thought the whole point of this was to buy whatever we want and then do nothing for the rest of our lives.
That's what the 100 million in retirement is for. Why
Yeah,
not fuck around and play some Monopoly while we're at it? You know what I mean?
going straight to boardwalk, man.
Yeah, come on. Let me play. Give me 10 million to dabble with. I'll turn it into 50.
I'll give you 10 million. So you're gonna take your salary and dabble in the stocks and whatnot.
All right, give me 3 million salary, 5 million to play with.
So let's
Just 8 million. That's just 8 million out of your pocket.
8 million out of my pocket into your 3 million as your salary and 5 to quote unquote play with.
Yes.
And all the while we are not doing taxes.
And if I can turn that 5 million into 8 million in the first year, I get $1 million raise.
This sounds like Shark Tank. You sound like Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, because I am.
No, always go with Mark Cuban. If you go on Shark Tank, always go with Mark Cuban.
No. You always go.
What do you mean no?
Always go with Lori.
Why Lori?
Queen of QVC. You know how many old grandmas get scammed every day off QVC?
I know, but what's the target demographic? It's 18 to 35, I thought.
What, QVC? Or like in general?
Just in general. Like if you're selling a product, what's the target demographic? Like I think most people would go for the 18 to 35 range.
I understand that, but at the same time, I don't feel bad taking money from old people. So if I can take as much money as I can from old people, you know what I mean?
For all the listeners out there, I want to remind you that Cam goes to a Christian university, and he's saying this stuff. Come on.
Well, you got to think. Some of those old people don't tithe the church, so I'll take that money and then tithe.
I mean, I can't say that's not fair in a roundabout way, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
you ever read the end of Matthew, the Great Commission? That's what I'm going to do.
The Great Commission. That's in the Bible. That's for sure. Yeah.
I don't think this relates, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm going to make Great Commission. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
There you
go. But the bottom line is we've got $56 million. Cam, to answer your question, I wouldn't know what to do with $185 million.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And he has the chance to make 260. That's just guaranteed.
I don't know what athletes spend their money on. I'm sure LeBron has a lot of expenses out there. I mean,
LeBron's a billionaire.
I know. Yeah. He's a billionaire because he makes what, like $30 million a year from NBA contract, but he makes like over $100 million a year from the Nike contract.
Yeah. And everything else he does.
Yeah, and everything else he does. So like athletes really make their money when they're not playing. Like it's like putting your money in the stock market, basically. It's like venture capitalist a little bit. You have to have your foot in multiple different camps. But money is not my strong suit.
That's what's crazy is that he's making Jesus, I just got an ESPN notification introducing Lucas Van Ness. Welcome to the team, dude. Jesus.
Game is not a fan of the Van Ness.
I hope he's a Hall of Famer. What was I saying?
I don't know what you were saying. You
Shoot.
you got distracted by Van
Dang
Ness.
it!
Yeah.
Screw you, Lucas. It was something about. Oh yeah, what's crazy is LeBron's a billionaire, and Bronny James was the top receiver in NIL. He made like $8 million.
Yeah,
he doesn't need that.
He does not need that. I mean, how old? He's 18, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he turned 18 not too long ago. But
yes.
Can you imagine? Like, I mean, we're 20 years old now. We're ancient compared to the youth of today.
We are.
Like, can you imagine having that much money as an 18-year-old?
I would have a Snap Fitness membership,
right?
And I would go to Chipotle a lot more. That's probably all. I would play a lot more golf. That's probably all that would change.
I remember we were talking about something similar to this in our Viking period back in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's homeroom for the non Tays Valley goers that are listening. But like I had Hilgenberg, and he was talking about how you remember Lori Loughlin? She the chick from Full House.
Yeah. How she lied about her daughter playing lacrosse, whatever.
Yeah, like she was a part of this huge scandal that like basically bribed colleges to accept their kids because they were so stupid. Well, I don't know if they were stupid. They were trying to get into like these private schools or whatever, like USC and stuff like that. But Lori Loughlin was she got sent to prison because of it, and we were talking about it, and we asked our teacher, and we said like, hey, how much would you make in your entire life? And he said like a little over $1 million, I think. And they were paying like $6 million to send their kids to school. And he said like, I mean, if they were my kids, I would say, here's $6 million, live off of this for the rest of your life.
For real.
Like, to be honest, I could probably make it work. I think I could.
Now, what I want to do, I want to win the lottery and no one know. Like just the most subtle changes of all time.
Yeah. Oh, you mean no one would like know the difference between when you won the lottery and when you didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like secretly win the lottery or not.
I win the lottery and no one knows that I won the lottery.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, damn, why are those new socks? Every day there are new socks.
Are those wait, that's the first place your mind went? Are those new socks? Ooh.
I want the most subtle hints, like every day, like, damn, Cam, you never have dirty socks.
$1.3 million Powerball. I'm going to Dick's, getting some new socks.
Yeah. Like, man, Cam, every golf ball you lose is a brand new Titleist. How are you getting these? Like, hey. Yeah. Lucky.
You have a separate golf bag for all of your golf balls. It only carries golf balls.
My dad has a friend. His theory is if he ever becomes super rich, he wants to drive a car until it runs out of gas and then leave it, and another car comes picks him up, and he just drives that until he runs out of gas.
So theoretically, never pay for gas again. Just get a new car.
You just buy a new car.
I mean, that's kind of like I saw a video one time of this guy who said he was talking about reloading like a pistol and everything, and he said this is a reload hack. And he was like shooting the pistol, the mag runs out. He drops the mag into his left hand, then he throws the gun back, grabs his second gun, and then clicks it into the mag, and then starts shooting again. And I was like, how does that work? There are no more bullets.
It's a new gun.
Yeah, it's just new gun. No need for bullets. He's got a new gun.
Yeah.
But that raises a good question. What say you were to get $1 million in your bank account tomorrow, what's the first thing you're buying? I know you said socks, but I don't think that's the real answer. Like, no 5-year plan. Like,
I was gonna say, like, do you want like you think I'm gonna probably put it in the bank, get a good interest rate on it, and take it out later? Yeah, you want the fun answer.
I want the fun answer because like what do we do every 2 weeks when we get paid? We go to Chipotle. We go out to eat. We get something to eat. So you want the live like you were dying answer. Sure, Tim McGraw style. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. The actual answer, I'd buy a huge apartment complex and then just charge crazy rent.
You'd buy an apartment complex.
That's like my real answer.
Okay. You would
steady income.
You would jack everyone's rent.
I'd kick out a bunch of poor single mom families.
Force all the riffraff out of there. You're the evil landlord from the sitcoms, dude. That's your dream? Oh my gosh.
It works. You know what I mean? Those evil landlords are always loaded.
It works for them, yeah.
$1 million. You said $1 million.
$1 million in your bank account, and you just want to go and have fun. What are you buying?
I do want to have fun.
Yeah, fun is fun.
Fun is fun. I'm probably buying a new Corvette.
Yeah, new car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is though, Alexa hates this about me. She doesn't. I don't think she hates me.
Yeah.
But she'll buy me a new gift, and it's new, so I don't like. She got me new shoes. I didn't wear them for like a month or two because they're new. I didn't want to ruin the newness of them.
Yeah.
Like I got a pair of brand new basketball shoes. I've worn them once for a workout, but they're new. They're nice. I don't want to ruin them.
Right.
And then it hits a point like, well, I got them, so I got to use them.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what they're made for. I just don't want to use them. But like Alexa will buy a shirt in the store and wear it the way home. Like what? No, it's too new.
Like this is a new shirt right here. It's been sitting in my drawer for like a couple weeks because I just don't want to, ruin it. Like
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's nice. It's clean. It smells like the store still, and
nice.
I don't want to ruin it. Like I don't want to stink it up. Like you know what I mean?
Like so if I bought a new Corvette, I'd be like, this is so sweet. Is it supposed to rain today?
Yeah. No,
are there gonna be bugs on the road?
That makes sense because like you would never drive the Apollo like ever.
Well, that's my baby.
No, well your baby doesn't run.
So. I would also that's the thing. I wouldn't drive it if it rain because the last thing it needs is more rust. And if I tried to drive it when like the conditions weren't pristine, probably wasn't making home.
Yeah, I mean, like that thing was in your senior pictures and everything, and we never saw it at school.
It was so cool.
It was a cool looking car, but the only problem was it wasn't a good car. It was from the 70s.
My goal this year, so like I got my internship in Hilliard. My goal this year is to make it to Hilliard and back one time
in the Apollo. All right.
Were you at the high school when I was pulling up for football workouts and it broke down at the stop sign right before the school? So I called whoever and he brought the team out and they did Apollo pushes into the parking lot.
Yeah, that was funny. I remember.
Thanks, guys.
There were a few times that it was back when you were only 15, you didn't have your license yet, that you would ride to practice on the scooter. And and everyone thought you were the coolest guy to ever touch the grounds of Taze Valley. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a sweet scooter.
Think about this. Even before that, I was pulling in the moped at 35 miles an hour, and everyone was sitting outside waiting for the mom to come pick them up. Hey guys, I'm
Deuces. Out here. I'll see you later.
I'll see you. I'm gonna head home now by myself on my moped.
Yeah, that was a freedom back then. For all of us freshmen, we were sitting outside just waiting for our moms. But I mean, you were cruising out of there at 35 miles an hour.
I pull up.
Yeah.
Drive home.
I remember the last dance of 8th grade. It was the last middle school dance we ever went to. Tyler came and picked you up, and he was on the scooter.
He was on the scooter.
And like it was like one of those weird like comedy things where like the quirky character like has his brother come and pick him up, and you put on your like little toy helmet and you slap him on the back and say, "Let's go."
That's right.
And then
I just turn around and pageant wave to everyone.
Yeah, and like literally as he was leaving, you can ask Colin this and you can ask Jack this. I said, "What a tool!" And then later you text us and say, "That's how you leave the last 8th grade dance." And I was
what can I say? What can I say?
No, like I'm not gonna lie, I love you, buddy, but I've thought like a lot of times in my life after some things that you do, I'm just like, what a tool.
Listen, you're not the only one because I think them too. That's part of the
Oh,
fun,
oh
being a
my
tool.
gosh, yeah. So you're buying a new Corvette with your $1 million check in your bank account,
And a huge thing of bubble wrap to put around my Corvette when I drive it.
right? Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to make sure it's clean
Yep.
still.
Hmm.
I mean, I was gonna go a similar route, but I was thinking like, have you seen Breaking Bad, right?
Parts. We never watched the whole thing. I get the gist, I
Well,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guy gets cancer, starts cooking meth. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um.
mean, whose mind doesn't go there immediately?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh. But there's a scene in the show where he buys a brand new, like like brand new Dodge Charger or something, or brand new like car and everything. And then
Yeah.
he goes to an abandoned parking lot. He starts doing donuts in the parking lot, and then he gets out of the car and he takes a wet rag soaked in oil, puts it in the gas cap, and then lights it on fire and then walks away.
A
So I
brand
was
new car?
brand new car and just blows it up. Like he doesn't take it back to the dealership. He just blows it up.
That is pretty cool, though.
And I was thinking like I would set up my phone first to capture it on
Oh
video.
yeah.
Not me like lighting it on fire or anything, but like
No,
just
no, no.
because that's kind of lame. I don't want to light it on fire, but like I just want it to explode unnaturally, but I'm still like unfazed by it.
Yeah, like
And
Michael
then
Bay.
yeah, exactly. Like it's like a Transformers movie. Like I'm just
Yeah.
walking away, cars blowing up in the background, and then I like quickly run over to my phone, grab it, and then press stop recording. It's like, okay, thank you.
That's going on the story.
Yeah, that's so sweet. That's so
That was,
rad, dude.
that was so cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
but
get out of here.
yeah,
No, that happens like, how am I gonna get home?
I don't have a ride. It's it's like in GTA. You just call Merriweather, come pick you up. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like helicopter pickup immediately.
He's got you.
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to we got off on a tangent there,
I
but
love it.
yeah, but back to the draft. With all this draft talk going on, it reminds me of the fact that on my For You page on TikTok, uh, it is like do your For You page like does your For You page get like flooded with like a movie clip like movie clips every
Yeah,
week?
yeah, yeah.
Well, this particular week, I'm sure because it's draft week in the NFL, the movie clips that I'm seeing a lot of is Draft Day, starring Kevin Costner,
Hmm.
which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard it's pretty good.
Um, I've heard the opposite.
Mm,
I've heard it's a poor man's Moneyball, which is
yeah, I've actually, yeah.
which kind of makes sense a little bit. It's kind of like the same idea. Like scouting players trying to evaluate their dollar value and everything. Um,
I heard it wouldn't have been good if the NFL hadn't allowed them to use the actual licenses, like for the logos and
yeah,
stuff.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
like, and they use the real organization. They use the Cleveland Browns as the
Yeah,
organization. And
yeah.
as far as movies about the Cleveland Browns, I'm sure it's at least top two.
That's a good one to use.
Yeah, I can't name number one, but I mean, there's like Cleveland. It's not a lot of like it's like what Joakim Noah said at the Cleveland All Star break when he was an All Star like in 2013, I think. He said like to a reporter they asked him um so Joakim, how you like in Cleveland so far? I mean, like what's it like so far? And he says, I mean, it's Cleveland, like who says, "Oh man, I want to go on vacation to Cleveland."
The Cleveland.
Yeah, like
What's the video? Going down to Cleveland town, something, something.
on
But at the
down.
very end, they talk about how like shitty Cleveland is, and at the very end, he's like, "At least we're not Detroit.
Yeah.
We're not Detroit."
I think that like I think I saw that in the Believe Land 30 for 30. Like and I think that was an actual like video from the city of Cleveland.
Yeah,
Like
no, yeah.
like sponsored by the city of Cleveland and they were just
Oh,
like
really?
at least we're not Detroit.
Yeah.
Like I think they got the mayor in there and everything. Which, as far as videos made by the people of Cleveland, it's not the funniest one that I've seen. The funniest one that I've seen was when LeBron was leaving. to go to Miami, but it was like the lead up to that. And do you know the song "We Are the World"
Yeah.
with like the 30 different artists on it and everything?
Yeah.
Well, they sang like a cover of that song, but like they said, "We love LeBron. We really need you. No other team will need you as much as we do." Like and stuff like that. And
The
I was
city
like,
of Cleveland put it out.
yeah, like they got the mayor and everything. Like they got like a bunch of government officials and then just like a bunch of diverse backup singers.
Yeah.
And like it was so sad because
And then he
like
ripped their hearts out.
he ripped their hearts out on national television.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
they turned it into a special, which they didn't even need to do. Like
Everyone was going to tune in regardless.
yeah, like it could have been literally LeBron, doing a memo like Jordan, like I'm back. But
Yeah.
no, they had to drag it out into an hour and a half long special, reminding everyone, oh my gosh, Cleveland really loves LeBron.
Or another good Cleveland video is you ever seen the Factory of Sadness video? He's a guy
Yeah.
standing outside First Energy Stadium just describing how bad the Browns are.
Yeah.
He said all you're good for is no 16th season and one good Kenny Chansey concert.
Yeah. Dude, I like this is not going to come a shock to anyone, but I love the internet so much. There's so many videos out there from just regular people like us just putting
There's-
stuff out there.
Probably my favorite part about TikTok is the comments.
Yeah.
Because I'll see something and then I'll think of something that's just like really messed up and you shouldn't say.
Right.
It's first comment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are so funny in the comment section.
I mean, sometimes people in the comment section are more funny than the actual video.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I saw this one video of this chick. She was doing like a glow up post or something, and she was back in like high school. She had braces. She like had glasses, and she like put her hair in a ponytail. And
Oh
stuff
God
like that.
forbid.
Yeah, and then like she's
What a
all that. She
what
comes
a
back.
nerd.
What a nerd. And then like 5 years later she's in college and now suddenly she's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah. And
how no. Oh God.
and then like the comments, every single one was a story about their friend Todd falling down in a Walmart parking lot. And it just kept building on in the story. Like the first comment says, "That's cool, but my friend Todd just fell down in a Walmart parking lot." And the other comment said, "I just saw a dude fall down in a Walmart parking lot." The next one after that said, "I just picked up this kid in an ambulance falling down in a Walmart parking lot."
Those are the best when everyone's in on it.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
saw one the other day. It was this dude. He's like in a dorm or something, but he does the craziest like nunchuck like display ever. Like super talented. Took him years to study and master. And the comments was like, "All right, buddy, I'm gonna need you to calm down." He said, "I'm gonna need you to slow your roll before I get mad."
I love those videos where like they like the people that interview people on the sidewalk and stuff like that. There's a lot of
Yeah.
those going around nowadays. But it's this guy who comes up to people and he says, what are your thoughts on this topic or whatever?" And he says like, "Well, I like this and everything." And he says, "All right, that's enough." And then he walks away. He says, and then the comments say like, "Man, guy thought he could talk forever." Like,
Jimmy just walked in. He was coaching an intramural basketball game. Said he just lost.
oh jeez. What happened? Like, was the score? Like, what was the score?
Jim, care to give a post game talk live on air? Yeah, come here.
I'll give a post game talk.
Hold on. Say hello and who you are.
Hey guys, I'm Jimmy Salamone, head coach for the 3-point specialists of OCU Intramurals. Today my team has 4 varsity basketball players on it. You would think I would have guys who have shot making ability, who can play the game of basketball and stop random guys in a YMCA league. Unfortunately, I did not. The officiating was terrible. And I have 4 shooting guards. None of the 4 can actually shoot. So where do Where does it cross the line of they're not shooting guards and they're centers in the YMCA? I don't know. Did I figure it out too late? Probably. The drafting was on me, and I'll be back at it next year. I'll take maybe 2 or 3 guys. I'll take Kev, and I'll take my Dennis Rodman. And besides that, I'll be full scratch. I know how the Cleveland Browns feel.
Right.
I'm just rebuilding at this point, and I have to be better. I can't blame my players, but you know what? I can blame them for shooting 5%.
You can't blame your players, but you just did. You blamed all of them.
It's one of those things. It's like you can't blame your players, but when they interview me after the game, I say, "Hey, I can draw up plays and everything for them, but I can't shoot the ball for you."
Right. Yeah.
Personally, if it's me out there, no YMCA guy scoring 30 on me. That's just how maybe that's the Kobe mentality, but hey,
right.
we don't have what we need. So next year I'll bring in a couple outsiders, maybe Eli, Sherman.
That's what I'm talking. You need talent.
I need ball players, as Jean-Claude Drew says. It's about getting buckets, and
where do you go to get talent? You go to Athens and you go to Columbus to get some talent.
I go to Asheville, Cam Primer out of retirement.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Jimmy, it sounds like a rough season for you guys, but you just take it one game at a time. I believe you've got the support of everyone here at I'm No Genius. We love you and we believe in you.
And I appreciate that. And you know what? Maybe you guys can help my players develop some talent. I appreciate it.
Love it, man. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm his star. And
hold on, time out. Go ahead.
I had a rough game tonight in the championship.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, my name's Taryn Pittman. And I sold us in the championship.
Oh man.
I'm gonna own up to it. It just wasn't enough. I got fatigued. I worked out before. I thought we were gonna win, and they just got us, man.
It's another step in the process.
Long live T3. I'm out of OCU for good. It's my last night here.
Oh my God.
Long live T. I need help.
Jeez.
How long does that take about
I always love seeing your roommates, dude.
Did you see the big ogre walk in without a shirt?
Oh, I wouldn't call him. He looks like a fine human being.
Oh, he's an ogre. He's an ogre. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's awesome. What were we talking about before?
The comment section of TikTok. It's funny.
Comment section of TikTok is funny, but what I just witnessed was even funnier. So, I mean, like Jimmy, he has such a winning mentality, and you hate to see a coach who loves to win that much lose that much. So,
the best part about it, his team name was the 3-point specialist.
Did he know like their shooting capabilities before he named them that?
He's right. He did have 4 varsity basketball players on his team.
Oh my God!
They all lost. I was actually a coach in the intramural league. Devin and I were. We were Lori's Lunatics, and the way they set up, I'll explain the name in a second. But the way they set up the draft was they gave the winner last year, who's DMAC. You're familiar with DMAC.
Mm-hmm.
DMAC won last year, so he got first pick. Devin and I's team last year got second. So naturally, we picked last. That makes sense, right?
Right.
But not only did we pick last, we picked last every round. It wasn't a snake draft.
How did that come about?
Couldn't tell you. Now I'm not here to go on air and complain and give excuses. I'm just searching on where that makes sense.
Yeah, it's that's rough, dude. I mean, drafting is so important to a team's success because it happens every single year. And, a lot of teams, there have been some teams, like the Philadelphia 76ers, who have tried to, kind of gain an advantage in the draft by, how should I say this delicately, being absolute dog crap on the basketball court intentionally so they can get good draft picks. And now, keep in mind, their good draft picks included Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz, neither of which became all-stars and neither of which even play for the organization anymore. So I'm not sure how valid of an approach that is. But as Michael Jordan once said, you might have heard of him, But as Michael Jordan once said, you play the game to win,
Mhm.
not for your draft picks.
Mhm.
All right. I mean, Michael Jordan made the playoffs every single year of his career, except for the 2 times with the Wizards. But we don't talk about those seasons. So
I would also like to add that's why the United States couldn't get we just couldn't get a dub in Vietnam. It's about how you draft.
It
Um
yeah. I mean, I hate to agree with you, man, but that's so true.
mhm,
Like, I
mhm.
mean that draft really well,
You mean to tell me that we drafted Elvis Presley, but we couldn't get Muhammad Ali,
well, Muhammad Ali.
heavyweight champion of the world, and then we send Elvis to Germany?
Well,
Not even fighting Germany,
yeah, I
fight
mean,
Vietnam.
yeah, Mr. Ali though he was a conscientious objector.
Yeah, but also as you said, we're playing to win.
Yeah, true, but you're not going to win if you got a bunch of guys who are not going to pick up weapons. I mean, like, look, I saw Hacksaw Ridge, Desmond Doss. He's a national treasure. He's a hero, but I'm just saying, 100 of those guys on a battlefield not exactly useful.
I don't know if you've met Muhammad Ali, but he's carrying two weapons with him at all times. Yeah.
2 bombs right there on his.
Are you going to be
on
a
his
conscientious?
wrist.
Are you going to be a conscientious objector in box?
That's kind. I don't think he was. I don't think he was really a conscientious objector.
I sound like every white politician in the '60s. You mean to tell me you're going to play one of the most contact sports ever? Bash your man's face in, and you don't like violence?
You're saying you don't like violence?
Hey, yeah, you need to take up arms and do what's right for Uncle Sam.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is like the second or third time that we've talked about our war strategies on this podcast.
Second or third, I think it comes up every single time.
It does. We talk about war so much. Like that's not good. I don't think.
You say.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But yeah, that is kind of weird. That I'm lingering on the fact that Muhammad Ali is a boxer and still is a conscientious objector. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that's like saying Conor McGregor's a conscientious objector, which I don't think he is. I wouldn't think that he is. Conor McGregor that sounds like he would love to hurt people. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think you'd actually be excited to go to battle.
yeah. I mean, but I have seen a lot of posts about Conor McGregor on TikTok and stuff. Like, and it's just him high as a kite on cocaine. Like he's on that stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, he's on dat.
He's on dat, and he looks insane. Like, I mean, he's insane in like his natural state, but like he looks insane-er,
On cocaine.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to. What's a good comparison? It's like when Maurice comes out for you. Like, so I mean, like so Cam, obviously you're a psychopath.
Give or
But
take.
yeah, but when you get into that state where you turn into your alter ego, Maurice from Rise, Dawn, and War for the Planet of the Apes, you become, well, an ape. You become a monster of sorts.
Mhm.
You become a large orangutan that just wants to maul everyone in the room. And I've only seen this come out a couple of times. One of them, actually, I've only seen it come out 3 times, and all of them were when you got shoved into a locker.
I never got shoved in anywhere. Maurice got his ass beat every single time.
Yeah, if Cam had control, then it wouldn't have went down that way.
It's like the Hulk. Like in the beginning, he couldn't control when it happened and when it didn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes Maurice wanted to come out and poke the bear, and he was really good at it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, he has come out a couple times here. And one time I was choked out.
Yeah.
One time I ended up in a slap boxing match, ended up on the ground. And then this is the best one. I poked all the bears at once that I live with, and I ended up on the ground, and they poured 3 gallons of water on me as they held me down.
You got waterboarded.
They called it taking me to Zumbizi Bay, and I had the fast pass.
Cam, like there's sometimes when you get into that state that I don't know how you can live with people. like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because there are some times I think it happened on spring break a little bit too. Like we saw like Maurice just like laid back Maurice, but he was still crazy. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
some of the pictures that we have of you that will never surface online, they're just hilarious of you. Like
It truly is an issue. Like I'm not like if there's a bigger guy in the room, I'm not scared. Like it doesn't scare me. I just gotta see. I just gotta see what makes you tick a little bit and what can get
you
you
should.
going.
I mean, you sound like Dylan Brooks a little bit.
Don't say that. Take that back right now. And the craziest thing is I hate confrontation. I'm not a confrontational person. But if I know you and like we're kind of cool, I might poke the bear a little bit. Because why? It makes you laugh. You know what I mean? I'll do
Yeah,
anything for a laugh.
it does. It does make me laugh. That's for
Yeah.
sure. You can't. I mean, not being a confrontational person, there have been some times where I've seen you get like actually mad, like like mainly during sporting events. But like and that might just be a different story on its own. But like, you get so mad during like or before a sporting event, and you come up to me and I'm just like, hey, how we feeling, man? How we feeling? And I usually expect you to be like, oh man, I'm ready to go, man. But then there's some games where you're just like, I'm going to kill whoever lines up across from me. So have the ambulance ready. And I'm just like, oh, dude,
The
come on.
craziest thing is I never killed anyone.
No, Cam, you have a clean record so far.
Yeah.
Knock
That-
on wood.
That you and the IRS know of.
We keep bringing up the IRS. They're going to get us one of these days.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
I mean, Cam, like speaking of Dylan Brooks, though, I do want to touch on that subject quite a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Dylan Brooks obviously has gained notoriety within the past 2 weeks for poking the biggest bear in
The
the
biggest
NBA.
bear of all time.
Yeah, I mean, like LeBron James in terms of size of bears, he is up there with the likes of Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And Boog.
You know,
from,
and Boog from Open Season. Yeah,
Yes.
that's I
And-
understood that reference. I got you.
Thank you. And the bear from Over the Hedge. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The very beginning, I forget his name.
Oh, what is his name? He loved the Spuddies.
Yes.
He wanted the red wagon.
He had a cool accent to him.
Vincent, that's his name. Vincent the bear.
Yes,
Dude.
yes.
That brings back memories. But
Yep.
Dylan Brooks, he poked the bear. Poked the bear.
Mhm.
Poked
Mhm.
LeBron, and it did not fare well for him because now the Grizzlies are down in the series. I believe either 3-2 or 3-1. I don't know what game it is.
3-2. The Lakers lost last night, sadly. But
Yeah.
going back to crypto, got to get it done at home. Can't go game 7. Bron's got to go crazy. AD has to be able to stay on his feet. Austin Reeves, keep hooping, my boy. D'Angelo Russell's got to hit a couple shots throughout the whole game, not just the end. Think we'll be all right. Dylan Brooks looks like an ugly caterpillar. He's not good. LeBron could sit in the paint, let him shoot all day. We'll be fine.
Right. I mean, like Dylan Brooks, the quote that started all of this is he said, probably with some explicitives that they just, bleeped out, but he said, I don't care. He's old. Nobody gets no respect from me until he drops 40 on me. And I was listening to Pardon My Take, and they were making fun of that statement by saying, so if he drops 39 on you, no, still no respect. No respect.
Yes. Yes.
40 is the cutoff. But
Yes.
I saw at the Lakers arena, they brought up on the Jumbotron career stats from both players, LeBron and Dylan Brooks. And they said LeBron's played in X amount of games, leading scorer in league history, top 5 in assists and rebounds and stuff like that. And they talk about championships, MVPs, and everything. And then it's a lot of zeros for Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, Lakers, come on. Like,
Nah, that's good. I mean, like I said earlier, you're going to play dumb games. You're going to win stupid prizes.
yeah.
And that was dumb.
Yeah, that's not a good idea to, I mean, like,
No.
unless you're doing it in an ironic way. Like, I mean,
Well, the worst part is that he does it and then he says the bad guy thing and doesn't want to play the bad guy.
yeah, he said, I don't know how people made me into this bad guy. And like, I saw memes of people like, like commenting on like how like I don't know who made me this bad guy, but I don't want to be it. And then like it was just a gif of somebody wiping a mirror and going, oh, like just shocked. But yeah, I mean, Dylan Brooks, don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
Don't poke the biggest bear of our time and of your kids' time, probably. Because
Mhm.
LeBron, he'll still be influencing the game long after he leaves the game. So, but more news to stuff that I found funny relating to the NBA. DeMarcus Cousins recently said, "I'm the third best center on my team." Well, no, third best center in the league. Sorry. And then someone in the comments said, "You're the third best center on your team." Uh,
DeMarcus Cousins just signed a contract in South America somewhere.
yeah, yeah, he's
I don't know. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but that's not the NBA.
not the NBA.
Yeah.
But DeMarcus Cousins, when he played on the Nuggets, he claimed that he was the third best center in the league. Um, I'm guessing behind the actual starting center on the Nuggets,
hmm
Nikola Jokic. I
hmm
believe I'm going to address this right now. I've mispronounced his name in the past. It's a slippery slope, that one.
Really
I just want to apologize to any of the fans who might have misheard
good.
me. But
Yep.
Nikola, we're going to set the record straight. Never address it ever again. Thank you very much.
Honestly, you probably shouldn't have said anything because that first episode, the first 5 episodes of this show were so bad.
Yeah.
We should never encourage anyone to go back and listen to them.
Yeah, I mean, like I would delete them, but I put numbers on all the episodes.
And then just wouldn't look right.
It like we're starting up at episode 6. Like
Yeah, like what's this?
I remember re-listening to episode 5, and I had my volume all the way up on my computer, and my eardrums started to bleed because I
Yeah.
turned the volume up so much.
Yeah.
Like that's on me. Sorry about
no,
that.
no. It's on all of us. We listen. We still can't podcast.
No, not very well.
No,
I mean,
I'm having fun, but
yeah. This is our 30th episode, but with like, I mean, if you're counting The Incompetent Critic, the new series that we're doing is the 30th episode. But yeah, I know I'm very proud of that name.
that was good.
But this is the 29th episode of the I'm No Genius podcast so far, and we still don't know what we're doing.
No,
So
not a clue. So if you're still listening, thank you.
yeah, thank you so much.
If you're not listening, you will. Come
Yeah.
probably episode 60.
It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Everyone gives into it eventually. That sounded very weird right
Oh,
there.
keep going. Keep going.
But man, what else we could talk about? We've got like a couple minutes until we leave. But let's see, it's summer. Summer's coming up, and we are approaching the 1 year anniversary of our podcast.
Really?
Yeah, we started it in May of 2022.
Wow.
End of May 2022, so it's about a month away. And we're gonna do something special for all you folks at home. So
Mhm.
who have been with us since episode 1. Well, it's probably not most of you. I think a lot of you.
Shout out, Patty.
Yeah, my mother, Patty
Mhm.
Burgett,
Mhm.
Kendra Sherman. You guys have
Shout
been
out.
with us
Yep.
since the very beginning. My dad didn't even start listening to our shows until like a couple episodes ago. So,
Nice.
yeah,
I don't
but-
think my dad knows how to work the podcast app still.
yeah. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for being fans of the show, and to any
And
of
our,
the
and our parents.
and our
that
parents,
helps.
yeah. We I mean, to any fans of the show who are not related to us, we also thank you for listening. All 3 of you, I think.
Yes.
You know, it's hard to gauge how many people are actually watching us on a daily basis, but
I think our clips do not well, but they're seen.
they are seen by tens of people. I
Yes.
mean, like
That's big.
yeah, that's pretty big for a podcast from Asheville, Ohio. I think.
Yep.
But recently I just posted a video from episode 6.
I know. That's why first thing I saw this morning. It made me really happy. Shout out Landon Brown. He commented, "This shit's funny."
Yeah,
That made my day.
yeah. I mean, like
First thing I saw this morning made my day.
that's why we do it. Like, but I noticed another comment on there today. Guy said stolen John Mulaney bit, and at first I was like, John Mulaney, the comedian, the stand-up comedian, and I looked it up, and apparently John Mulaney had an experience quite similar to mine. Like I accidentally stalked a woman in Columbus on High Street, and John Mulaney had a similar experience to mine. And instead of clarifying that for the young man who commented that, I said, we don't like to use the word stolen. We prefer borrowed.
Did you borrow it? Did this actually happen?
It actually happened.
Yeah.
But,
okay. Then we're fine.
Yeah.
John Mulaney isn't the only person who's accidentally stalked a woman.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it happens to at least 4 people on a yearly basis.
Yes.
Like every year. Like,
every year you're going to accidentally stalk the opposite sex.
yeah, that's a statistic right there. We don't know if it's a true one, but
do we have this guy's name?
not off the top of my head, man.
But like we could find it easy, right?
It's on the Instagram.
Should we sick the dogs on him? Do we know this guy?
No, not really.
No, it's raps.
I think he goes to Taze, but I don't know him personally. He doesn't follow us. He doesn't follow us either.
Listen here, kid, man thing. This is a warning.
It's a kid. He's a minor.
Next time, I can't finish that. Then Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna threaten to beat up a minor.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
listen here.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to watch any more clips of the I'm No Genius podcast until you follow us. Then you can say whatever you want, and we love you. Until then, it's on site when you're 18.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. When you're 18, so you better watch yourself when you're 18.
We're coming for you.
We're coming, dude. Like,
As soon as you hit that birthday.
Yeah, exactly. I meant to ask you that. We talked to you about being aggressive a little bit, in a non-weird way. But have you ever actually been in a fight?
Actual fight? I mean, I've made Jimmy mad where like he wanted to hurt me intentionally, but like I wasn't. I was again poking the. That's one of the times I got choked out. I was poking the bear.
But have you been in a fight to the point where someone wanted to hurt you and you wanted to hurt them?
The closest thing I got to a fight was some kid in an AU tournament told my mom to sit the F down, and I got in his face and called him like a P word or something. You know what I mean? Like it.
Oh, okay.
Cat.
I was like, there's a lot of P words. But
yeah, like that's it. There was nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight.
You really got him with that. That you showed him.
Oh yeah, no, he couldn't play the rest of the game because he was so mentally disturbed after that altercation.
He was shaking in his Jordans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't consider myself to be an intimidating guy, but I like the idea of being able to intimidate someone. Like, but I also
can't. I also just can't fight. It's like I would look like an idiot. Like Jimmy's over here laughing. He knows. Like I just can't. So if I were to get in a fight, I'd just get my ass beat, sit on the ground, and giggle. You know what I mean? I'd be like, "Oh, you got? Go on!"
I think we've talked about you not being able to fight a couple times on this show, but yeah. I mean, Cam. Like the thing about Cam, he can't fight.
Tell me the thing about Cam.
Here's the thing about Cam: he can't fight, and he can't arm wrestle either.
No.
We used to have arm wrestling competitions back in middle school, and every year we would kind of check in to see like if we maintained our rankings amongst the arm wrestling community. And Cam was at the very bottom. Like he could not arm wrestle to save his life.
Never won.
Never won.
Never.
But the thing about arm wrestling is that it'll make a man out of you, or a sheep, if you will, because you could be like sitting across from this guy thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm twice the man this guy is. He beats you in arm wrestling. All your street cred goes out the window.
Yeah, I just can't win. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cam, you've been able to develop a network of street cred outside of the world of arm wrestling, but you're the exception that proves the rule a little bit. I mean, somehow you managed to gain some popularity, like homecoming vote or whatever, and that way. But in the world of arm wrestling, you were at the very bottom, my friend. Sorry to say.
I'll make it up there eventually.
Yeah, sure.
Probably not. Yeah, no.
Probably not, dude. Well, dude, that's an hour. Time's up. Let's close. Cam, anything you want to say before we go?
To the kid I threatened, sorry.
Yeah, he didn't mean it.
But again, it's on site. As soon as you're graduated from high school and you haven't followed the show, or if you want to tell Eli he's still a joke, which he probably did, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah. Well,
in this instance, he did stalk that girl, and he made her very scared that night.
Yeah.
Cops are actually still looking for him, so easy with his name. But yeah, if you follow the show, I love you. Like, shout out.
Follow the show, man. We love all of our fans.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, from everyone here at I'm No Genius, I'm Eli, he's Cam. Thank you for watching. Jordan Love is the future.
Amen to that, brother. And Lucas Van Ness, prove me wrong.
Lucas Van Ness, let's see what you got. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.